Hi Mermaid Junkies, how are you? I'm shooting another video out here because it's so pretty. I wanted to talk to you about trying to stay focused on good feelings and where your intuition comes in and how we should really trust our intuition, because our feelings are actually our soul speaking to us. And I posted a picture on Instagram, and well, I mean, I post a crap load of pictures, you guys know me, but I'm working on this project. It's like a coffee table book, and so I'm going to have a lot of my art and stuff. But anyway, I've been really into that whole sense of like digging up a lot of old poetry and things like that have really brought me back to places that I was and places that I am now. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about a little bit, because I think sometimes we tend to, if you get on that frequency and that vibration of staying in that flow of things feeling good to you, like creating these desires, whatever the desires are of your heart, it's so important to stay in the groove of feeling those, or staying that current of feeling good, because what starts to happen is that if you can hold that thought and you can think about that beautiful desire, and as long as it feels good, you should try to maintain that feeling, because our desires ultimately are actually what we desire within our within our soul and within our spirit, and that's what we desire to have, is what we think about and what we dwell on. And so what happens is when you start to think about good things and that good flow of emotion starts to come to you, because I had talked to you last week about how your feelings and how you should try to stay on that same vibration, because what happens is okay guys, I know my video cut out again because I'm actually using my phone down here on my spider podium. And anyway, but you gain a momentum. So what I was saying is, when you have these beautiful thoughts and your desires that you're wanting to come true, you need to try to focus on those desires as long as that feeling feels good. And you think, well, Raquel, that's silly. I mean, because what I'm thinking of is something that's completely something like a dream that I want to have come true, and I want to manifest that. And here is my whole thought on that, is because the universe works by way of laws, that what happens is you can actually create your own destiny. And I'm sure you've seen many people through the years, of people that maybe like some successful people, or people that are, business people or celebrities or whatever, and they've talked about how like they will conjure up in their mind these desires that they have, and they will actually work on those thought patterns for a certain amount of time, and they actually end up coming to fruition. And the reason is because the universe can only provide you with what you believe. So if you believe something to be true, and that's a desire that you have, the universe isn't like, a player to, it doesn't have certain people that it applies to only. And I think one of the coolest analogies is, I love Jim Carrey, how he talks about, like, this is just one little thing that I thought of, but I had seen his his speech from a college that he did for the graduates, and he talked about, and I'm sure you guys have heard this like on Oprah or something, but he talked about how like he wrote a check for $10 million, and he put it like, talent services rendered or something like that, acting services rendered, and he put it in his wallet, and he gave himself like 3 to 5 years to accomplish that goal, and he actually did end up achieving that goal. Like, I think it was like the November before the January of the following year that he was supposed to do it. And he ended up, I think it was because he believed in himself, and he would look at that, and he talks about how he would go to like all the, like where all the big celebrities lived and all those big homes down in LA, and he was like dirt poor and didn't have any money, But he would sit in his little car and like look at those mansions and just pretend and visualize himself living in those homes and living that kind of life. And I think that you guys, we can do that with anything that we desire. If you desire a love of your life, if you desire your soulmate, if you desire a beautiful relationship, if you desire a beautiful friendship, if you desire, you know, financial freedom or living in a gorgeous home or whatever you have a desire of, if you will just completely manifest that in your mind and have that desire, but don't have it so much to where the desire becomes obsessive and compulsive, where you're trying to force something, because if you don't allow things to just happen, the universe isn't going to provide you with that. You have to allow things to happen. And that again goes with trusting. You just have to trust that the universe, that God is going to give your greatest desires, because he's not up there like this chess player that's holding you as you're the chess piece, and he's playing with you like, okay, I'm going to put you here and place you here and put you here, and you can't have that and you can have that, and you're not good, so you can't have that and you can't receive that blessing, because that is a very conditioned belief system. That is a very conditioned belief system of the way many people believe that God operates, and God does not operate that way. God operates in a very unconditional way. And so that is ultimately one of my biggest goals, is for people to see that the universe or God has your best interest at heart. He is not trying to control you. He would never do anything to cause you to not want to ever achieve your goals and desires. I think so many times people are like completely confused about the fact that they think like, oh, I don't deserve that, so God isn't going to reward me with that, based on this conditional belief that like you're a naughty person or you're a bad person and you don't do this, so you don't deserve to get that. Like he's no respecter of persons. You know, it talks about that in the scriptures, how he says, you know, he's no respecter of persons. That means he's going to, whoever desires whatever they desire has the opportunity and the ultimate chance to achieve what they desire. It's this conditioned belief that many people need to get away from. So I just thought that was really a cool thought and something to kind of encourage you for this week, because obviously, if I'm telling you about it, that means that there's been moments that on my free flow of vibration that I've struggled with it, but I realize that I'm getting so much better, because the more that you can focus on that intention of what you desire and you can keep it in a good sense. Is my hat falling off? Anyway, if you can keep it in this good flow of beautiful intention to where you feel happy, because you always want to lean towards what makes you feel happy, because that's the spirit talking to you. If it starts to feel bad and forced or aggressive or controlling, then you know that that's not God and that's not the universe trying to help you to receive that enlightenment or that sense of high vibration. So I hope that served you. Like I said again, I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you have a good night and you have great, beautiful thoughts for the remainder of this evening and tomorrow. And as always, I'm yours until my next swim. Ciao!